Hello students, Mr. Young here with our Chapter 16 introduction. Chapter 16 is called Towards Civil War. You can guess what it's about. It's pretty much our prelude to the Civil War. There's 3 lessons. Lesson 1 is called The Search for Compromise. We talk about things like the Kansas-Nebraska Act, the Missouri Compromise. Basically, you can remember how we've been talking about how they always try to keep the number of slave states and free states equal for the case of the Senate. Well, that becomes harder and harder, and compromises start breaking down. We talk a little bit about some challenges with slavery in Lesson 2, things like the Dred Scott decision, like Supreme Court decisions that enrage people. The country becomes very divided, and then you end up having people killing each other. It's kind of like Civil War starting before the Civil War starts. And then Lesson 3 is called Secession and War. Basically, the South has enough. The breaking point is the election of Abraham Lincoln. In the election of 1860, he wasn't even in the ballot in most southern states. He wasn't even an option for them. And he won because he won the North, and there was more people in the North than there was in the South. And so South Carolina secedes first, and then a couple other states secede, and they form their own country, the Confederacy, and then they attack a fort, I believe Fort Sumter, a government installation in Virginia, and then Abraham Lincoln's like, it's on like Donkey Kong, time for Civil War, and then we're moving on to the Civil War. It's a big one. 5 lessons in that chapter. But for now, let's knock out these 3 lessons of Chapter 16. Today will be your vocabulary. Go ahead and move on and knock that out. And then we'll do Lessons 1, Lesson 2, Lesson 3. And then we'll study, and then we'll take the test as we always do.